things out.
All right, Fletch, what do you think?
It didn't take long for Fletcher to let the power go to his head.
Mark, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. But this is gonna work great.
Now that we had a solution in hand, I needed Fletcher's help on one last finishing touch.
Oh, it was Nathan. Just kidding.
After which, he abruptly told me he had to go.
See you later.
What? Man, this is gonna take a while. A lot longer now with one person! We're making snow! Let's go!
And 4 hours and 40 tons of ice later, all that was left was to nail the surprise.
8 months of planning and work comes down to this moment. There he is. Oh gosh, my heart is about to beat out of my chest.
We had Ethan's parents tell him he was auditioning for a toy commercial, so he wouldn't suspect anything when he laid eyes on a balloon-laden indoor roller coaster resting on 2 feet of freshly packed snow.
That's cold.
But I had to act fast because Ethan was catching on quick.
Why is there a crunch lab?
Hey, Ethan. What's going on, pal?
No.
I thought you might need a coat.
Wait, I'm so confused.
What is your favorite cartoon?
Phineas and Ferb, probably?
Have you seen the episode where they make the rocket-powered swing?
Yeah.
Have you seen the episode where they send the roller coaster to space?
Yeah.
Have you seen the episode, Ethan, called Swinter, where they turn inside into winter?
Yeah.
This is Phineas and Ferb in real life. We're throwing you a birthday party today.
What?
You know what a banger party needs, Ethan?
A birthday cake?
It does need a cake. Let's work on a cake. You know what it also needs, though? I feel like we should have more people here. Do you have friends you'd want to invite?
Yeah.
And that was the cue to send in all of Ethan's best friends. And also his loudest friends. Including his little sister, which meant that he had an important decision to make.
Ethan, is it okay if they all hang out with us?
Ethan, you better say yes. $5. I have 77 cents. Okay, $5 for everyone, yeah?
Generous. So what do you guys say we start with the rocket swing?
But before we kick off the party, I realize you're probably looking for a good way to spend your 104 days of summer vacation.
We'll look no further, because it's here and it's called Camp Crunch Labs.
Camp Crunch Labs is your key to fighting that summer brain drain. With an 8-week virtual space-themed summer camp that hops to each of the planets in our solar system. Featuring weekly videos with mega experiments that I do, and super challenges that you do. And the best of these weekly challenge submissions earns one of these bad boys, a platinum ticket, giving you the chance to join me on my favorite planet for the biggest mega experiment of them all in the final episode of the summer. On top of that, usually the Crunch Labs build boxes where we build a super fun toy together, learning all the juicy physics how they work comes once a month. But to coincide with Space Camp Crunch Labs weekly challenges and videos all summer long, we'll ship them to you every week. Let's go. So if you want an 8-week summer camp where you could travel the cosmos while learning to think like an engineer, with an absolute 0% chance of bug bites and poison ivy, head to campcrunchlabs.com to reserve one of the limited spots, and I'll see you in camp. Back at the party, it was time to see if I'd actually accomplished turning 3 Phineas and Ferb cartoon marvels into real life. Starting first with the rocket swing.
You guys want to see it go?
What happened?
You might notice we swapped the rockets out for a pair of 24-volt electric turbines. This provided 2 advantages. First, we learned from testing that big rockets make a lot of smoke.
Hold your breath.
Which is not ideal for your lungs or your smoke alarm. And second, if you pulse the turbines at the exact natural frequency of the swing, which is exactly what you naturally do when you pump your legs on a swing, by the way, well then you can add more and more energy to the swing until it has enough
Come on.
to clear the bar. And even with our modifications, a thought suddenly occurred to me.
That seems really dangerous.
My protest fell on deaf ears.
Safety is for losers.
Seeing as he was such a tough guy all of a sudden, I decided to use Ethan to get a baseline
Here we go, Ethan. Here we go.
to see how high you could swing if you just had to rely on your boring old muscles.
Wow.
And the answer was pretty much horizontal.
Ethan, you're kind of going high.
Hi, Shmai.
Now it was my turn to see what would happen if you added 14,000 RPMs of propulsion.
Okay, are you guys ready?
Of course, the #1 rule when demoing a potentially disastrous engineering build at a kid's birthday is that you definitely want to do it before you—
I've never done this before.
What do you mean you've never done this
This is
before?
my first time.
Has it been tested?
No!
Uh-oh.
And the only feeling better than pulling off a build like this is how you feel when you finally get off a build
Oh
like
my
this.
gosh!
That looks so nauseating.
Ethan, you're next!
No!
Before we got to the big roller coaster finale, I decided we should take a little swinter break, starting with some snow cones
Who's ready for a snowball fight?
and some snowballs. However, unfortunately for them, certain habits are hard to kick.
Headshot! Who's next?
Oh, that was...
Eat it!
And then suddenly, and very undeservedly I might add, I was in over my head.
Wait, why is everyone aiming at me? Ah! Okay, truth?
Truth!
Who wants to go sledding?
What did you think? The video was over? No way, buddy. The party has just begun. So sit back, relax, and keep watching. Smash that like button, drop a comment, and come on, hitting subscribe is a must, boss.
Woo! Go, Henry! High five!
Ethan was really encouraging with his friends.
Zoe!
That is when he wasn't attacking them.
Hey!
Go Bam! So after we had our filled with snowballs and sledding, it was time to test out the final and most audacious Phineas and Ferb in real life engineering build. Now to up the stakes, Ethan reminded me what their coaster was actually like in the show.
There was like snakes and like a car wash and a bunch of stuff.
So, if this is really Phineas and Ferb, right?
Be a triangle.
Oh yeah, if this was Phineas and Ferb,
Fair.
you'd be a triangle. Fair, fair.
But I wasn't gonna make Ethan ride solo, so I had no choice but to buckle up.
I'm nervous! Ethan, are you nervous?
3,
What?
2,
Oh gosh!
1, go!
And while the snakes were fake, the mud was real. The final step, of course, was to rinse off in Science Bob's 20-mile-an-hour car wash. For pulling to a halt in front of a massive blow dryer so we could dry off.
Nice and clean?
Ish.
You won't have to shower tonight at least.
I doubt that, but
So now that all three of our inventions were tested and Ethan approved,
thank you.
it was time to give Ethan a well-deserved 15-second party montage.
Ethan, I also have a confession. I didn't pull this off on my own. I had a little help.
What do you mean?
Hey, Phineas! Look what we did!
Whoa, you know, for not relying on cartoon physics, that looks so fun. I'm happy it all worked out for you. Now for the elephant toothpaste experiment.
Whoa, make sure Ferb isn't too close.
Whoops.
Wow, it looks like you got a lot of cleanup on your hand. You want us to help?
Actually, our cleanup usually takes care of itself.
Hello friends. Welcome to yet another interesting video review. Today we are going to talk about video that not only brought joy but also made me reflect a little. So friends, how did you find this video? Let's find out through a short breakdown. First of all, let's talk about the theme of the video. What topic was this video based on? The way the story was presented was quite engaging. You didn't even realize when 10 se 15 minutes passed by. Be it the visuals, narration, or background score, everything was perfectly balanced. The video created a strong hook right at the beginning, which connects the viewer immediately. Talking about the editing, the transitions were smooth, and the use of sound effects was appropriate in the right places. The B-roll shots were used smartly, which saved the video from becoming boring. For those who are into content creation, this video is a perfect example of how to balance storytelling and editing. The main message of the video definitely left an emotional or thought-provoking impact. Maybe you also thought a little after watching the video, either felt inspired or related to it. These are the kinds of videos that not only entertain but also leave an impression. And if video has the power to do that, then that content is successful. Personally, I really liked this video. The story was good, the visuals were clean, and the pace was right. Yes, at 1 or 2 points it felt like it could have gone a bit deeper, but overall the experience was impressive. I think the creator has worked hard from the heart, and it showed on the screen. So friends, this was my short review. Now you tell me, how did you find this video? Make sure to comment below. If you liked the video, don't forget to like it, and for more such content, subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Until then, take care and stay creative.